Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the season finale of Trailer Master. Yes, we're back, and we're going to tally up the scores from all the previous episodes, which there should be 5 or cinco, as it were, for our Spanish friends. Hey, Joe, you like that? A little bit of Spanish, huh?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, I'll take it. That's all right. Anyway, if you haven't watched any of those, then we'll do German there for you. If you haven't watched any of those, I recommend you go back and check them out. Basically, what we do here on Trailer Master is we look at trailers, like the very first trailers that came out for these movies. We don't look at the subsequent ones, but we make predictions based on those trailers. And guess what? Now it's time to tally out and find out who is the Trailer Master. Now, every one of these is like worth 1 point, but the fourth one for each of these, that's worth 3 points. So 1 point for each, and then there's the big swing. There you go. All right.
Because they were bold predictions, right? The fourth one was a bold prediction.
They're bold predictions. All right.
Yeah, so, before we get into it, it's hard to believe, we did all these predictions. All these movies have came out since then.
Yeah, I know. I remember doing it and looking at. I remember thinking Jurassic World. I looked at that one. I think we shot that in December or January or something. I was like, man, this movie's forever away, and now it's we're on the other end of that. It's We should really do a commentary for that one, Joe. I feel like we'd have things to say.
Oh, which one? Sorry?
Fallen Kingdom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it would be a Slaughterfest.
It'd be a Slaughterfest.
Nice.
Anyway, let's jump right in with Black Panther predictions. And we'll go through my predictions first and then Joe's. First prediction, Black Panther will have some sort of projectile weapon. Yes, they show it in one of the next trailers. He throws those little spheres that drop on the Jeeps and then EMPs.
Oh, I don't know if I let that one go. Wow, you tried to just spit that one out real quick.
What are you talking? No,
that's not projectile. That's more grenade or throwing rock.
It's like he throws it. It's like a projectile.
I consider projectile some sort of mechanical.
Okay, let's look it up.
Projecting some sort of cannon fodder.
Oh, by the way, Lily is our unofficial judge, and she's sleeping on the job, so she's just Of course, we're just the first one in. Okay, so see now here. On Google, it does say, it agrees with you, Joe. It says a missile designed to be fired from a rocket or gun.
Mm-hmm. Or a blow dart fired from a blowgun. I would count that.
But it's a throw. Can't you throw a projectile? Can
you?
I feel like you can. Right?
I know it's a tight line we're walking. But
remember this later on.
If it comes down to a tie, that's the tiebreaker.
It's not gonna, because I didn't calculate all these, but some of yours are so ambiguous that I feel you could go either way on them. I was like, of course Joe wouldn't pick the number of times. It's just you'll the most emotional person. It's such a funny one. Okay,
go ahead, I'll give it to you. Projectile, the orbs.
But I guess I thought of it like a thrown weapon, but you might be right. I maybe misused the word. Okay,
it's alright. I know what you meant, and I'll count it. Count it.
I need the points. Anyway.
This guy.
So, here's another one. My second one was someone in the film will make a cat-related joke. The closest I could come to that was that Everett Ross, in the casino, says to him, "I don't tell everyone that the King of Wakanda dresses up in a cat suit and runs around fighting crime or something." It gets a chuckle, but is it a joke?
I don't know that it's a joke, but it's a jab.
It's a jab.
I mean, yeah. Is that the only one you could come up with?
Nobody else makes cat jokes, really.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I was just wondering if there's a better one.
I couldn't give you that. Okay.
I'll give you that. That's close enough. Gets a chuckle out of me.
Yeah. My third one was T'Challa will use his kingly rule to quell a fight or argument. He does do that when he's talking to, I can't think of his name, but the elder of Wakanda down in the heart-shaped herb area. He's like, "I am your king. You will tell me this thing." And he's like, "Okay." So I feel like that's a yes, right? And he also does it, I think, in the throne room too. Everybody starts bickering when Killmonger shows up, and he's like, "Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. Yeah. I'm the king."
Yeah,
so I feel
like it too. Yep.
And then
3 points thus far.
That's 3. Thank you. He's being very forgiving. It's gonna be hilarious later on when he crushes me. And the last one. Are we counting end credits? Because I have Winter Soldier will make an appearance. He does in the end credits sequence.
Duh.
Okay.
So that's 5 points. Those are 2, right?
No, 6. It's 3 points.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay, Joe. This first one's bad for you, but then it gets way better after that. So your first prediction, going back and looking at this, you said there will be some sort of gold/treasure, and that the prediction was that instead of vibranium, people will be trying to sneak into Wakanda to get the gold, and the Wakandans are going to be like, you can have the gold, we don't want it. Like, we want our vibranium. So, I don't think there's any gold. I looked into it.
I was recording points. There'll be some sort of golden treasure. Okay, so you're saying that you're giving me a no on that one?
Well, I don't know what it would be golden, because you said like people were going to sneak into Wakanda to steal gold, but not vibranium, is what you said in the podcast or in the show.
Really?
Yeah, you're like, they're going to sneak in and someone's going to come get some gold. I was like, okay, not the vibranium? I was like, okay.
Okay, I guess. You know, if I hindsight 2020, I think that's what I meant was vibranium.
I was waiting for you to say like, Killmonger suit's golden, so it's gold. This next one, though, you definitely nailed. T'Challa will cry at some point. Definitely does, especially when he's confronting his father in the astral plane. So definitely sheds some kingly tears. You were all about the crying. These last two, I wish these both came true. Number 3, Tony Stark will make an appearance. No appearance.
No appearance.
And then lastly, Captain America will make an appearance. I thought for sure that one was going to happen. Like, I thought he was going to show up with Bucky, and
I would have liked to end credit scene. You know, come on. No, nothing. Nada. So I got 1 point on Black Panther to your 6.
I felt good about that one, but I've got some. Don't worry, it's going to start to shift here pretty quickly, I think.
Right, Justice League.
I just looked into this because I didn't want to rewatch all of Justice League. My first prediction: Batman will throw and catch the same Batarang. Does not do that. Mostly a lot of like throw a thing, hits a person, explodes.
Yeah, that's surprising to me. I almost feel bad for you on that because that's like a thing.
It's a Batarang, dude. Of course, freaking Flash catches the one, in the trailer.
But that's not him. That's not Batman.
And then the second, and this came so close in the movie theater. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, the Flash will be clotheslined and knocked down at some point. Superman almost gets him. He's like close because he's like, it's so close. Also, another no though, he does not get clotheslined like that to that degree. I think
love that moment in the movie though.
It's a good moment. I don't know.
Kind of good.
Yeah, I don't think he falls down or he gets knocked down in that same manner. The one I'm thinking, which is basically like someone basically puts their arm out and just like down on the ground. This one,
he does trip running around the wall or something, right? Or he falls.
He jumps off, and the sword and points it back to that. Anyway, number 3, Wonder Woman will lasso a parademon and use it to attack other parademons. Nope, definitely didn't do that either.
Not at all. Yeah, yours are pretty off the wall here.
Yep. And then the last one, I was really hoping this would happen, but it doesn't. Superman and Batman will cooperatively bring down Steppenwolf. They totally don't, because it's a combination of Superman, Wonder Woman breaking the axe after Superman frees Steppenwolf's axe, and then the parademons carrying him off into a boom tube. So, yeah. Not a great one for me.
Batman was a little involved. Batman just kind of stood in the background shooting parademons and ran out of ammo, right?
Yeah, Aquaman's like, smell that? And he's like, Batman's like, fear. And then they all turn on him. So I'm 0 for 6 on that one, Joe, so don't worry about that. But Joe, here's this one. Superman is only in the last 15 minutes of the film. I think he's in a little bit more than that.
But so close.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, they resurrect him, and then he beats everybody up, and then shows up later on. But close. This next one, though, I will give it to you. It's this is kind of ambiguous. But anyway, Superman will help restore courage to the League. So there is a moment where they're all kind of fighting, and they're not doing the best. They're holding their own. But once Superman shows up, they kind of take the initiative, and it's just kind of like, oh, cool, and he does kind of bring the team back. So I'm giving you that one, Joe.
The glue that holds them together.
That's the glue. So there you go. There's a point for you.
That's a point.
This one kind of hilarious. Bruce Wayne does not sleep with a single supermodel, and that means he can either...
That was a bold prediction.
So basically what Joe was saying at the time was that it was a double, it was a twofer, because either Bruce Wayne could sleep with multiple supermodels, or he could sleep with one that's in a committed relationship. Which I thought was like...
I strategically set it up that way because I know Bruce Wayne isn't just going to settle for one. It's either a party or nothing. And he's kind of a dick like that. Like he would sleep with a committed lady. So
maybe. I don't know if maybe he would.
But in Justice League he doesn't. I thought he did, but you clarified for me that was in Batman vs Superman.
That's where you got the idea. Yeah, I think you saw that, and you were like, I thought this is...
They've already shown it once. They're not going to do it. So
I don't know. Bruce would know these women if he was like... Hopefully Bruce doesn't help people cheat. Anyway, number 4, really hopeful one here. Darkseid will make an end scene appearance. We thought it would happen, but instead we got Lex and Deathstroke, so...
Which was okay in my book, so I'll sacrifice the points there. So what did I get out of that? I got 2?
You got 2 out of that one. Joe, what is our standing right now?
Right now it is 6-3, and I am losing.
Okay, well, we're gonna start to switch it up here.
50% lead on me.
Thor Ragnarok. So first one, Thor and Loki will fight back to back at some point. Now, here's the thing. There's a moment where they're walking down a hallway and they're shooting guns. That's not back to back. There is, however, a brief moment where they do go back to back as they transition into a new area. They don't fire their guns, but they're still in the fighting mode. Are we counting that?
When is this point?
It's when they're escaping Sakaar.
Okay.
They're walking around, they're like blasting everybody, and then they're like...
I won't argue with you. I barely remember the movie. It was horrible, so good.
That's hilarious. I love that.
It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't.
It's fine. It just was different than what I thought. Number 2, Hulk will laugh loudly at Thor. Yeah.
Check yes.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy one, but of course he talked like a toddler the whole time. Number 3, Hela will pick someone up by the throat. Now, I went to look at this. And I'm trying to remember. She grabs Thor and like pins him down on they're on this like outcropping, this like kind of veranda. I don't remember if she like picks him straight up by the throat. She might pick someone else up by the throat, because I put yes on here a while ago and I was trying to remember who she picks up by the throat. Do you remember, Joe? I tried to watch back and remember. Let me look quick. I'm gonna look quick, Joe. This is really good.
I mean, that one moment, I'll count it. The whole throat grab thing, whatever. I won't argue on that.
We gotta be winning winners here, Joe. All right, well, we'll put that in the maybe section, but we'll say that for now. I'll double check. Anyway, so, and then the last one, which I thought was definitely gonna happen, does not happen. Doctor Strange will be knocked unconscious. Nope, definitely doesn't. He just portals people away. He's just like, and I'm done with this conversation. I love the whole bit with him. I really enjoy him in that movie, but...
Doctor Strange is in Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah, remember in the beginning, like, he meets up, and then Loki falls out of the thing. He's like, I've been falling for 30 minutes! Because, like, he sends Loki into a portal, and he's, like, talking to Thor, and then he, like, warps him back out, and then he warps him all away at the end. He's just like, whoop, whoop. Yeah, it's good. It's the beginning. Near the beginning.
What?
Yeah. Don't worry about it, Joe. It's okay.
I don't remember it. All right.
Yeah, that's okay. Anyway, so Joe, now we're moving on to your predictions here. The actual character of Death is shown. So Hela's in this movie, but she is not referred to, I don't believe, as Death. I don't think we see Death. So, I'm sorry, Joe.
No.
That was a nice try, though. This one, though,
would have been way cooler.
Yeah, it would have been. This one is incredibly spot on. I feel like for some of these, you were looking stuff up, Joe. I don't know. It's amazing. Thor gets the powers of Mjolnir, but he like gets them himself, but doesn't get another power weapon. Definitely happens. Yeah. Gets all the powers, but has no weapon at the end of that movie. So, Joe,
Yeah,
that's
weird.
a point.
All right.
That's a good one.
All right.
Next one, Heimdall dies at some point. Doesn't happen. He's in the
Not
movie.
this one.
Not, I was gonna say maybe this one. Yeah.
Spoiler. Oh God.
If you're watching this, guess what? Spoilers. I mean, everything's a spoiler. This might be my absolute favorite prediction of all of them because it is so good. This is Joe's big prediction. He said at least 1/3 of the Warriors 3 will die. She ices all of them, and like most of them immediately. She like walks into a place, it's like, whoop, whoop, like it kills them. And I was like, So Joe, you get at least 4 points from that one. That's a good turnaround, my friend.
I got one yes, and I got the big one. So yeah, 4 points.
Where are we standing currently?
All right, give me a second. I've got 7. I have 7, and you have 9.
Okay, so you're catching up.
7, Jimmy's leading.
I'm gonna keep this one over here as that flex one because if it comes down to the wire, I'm gonna check out that Hella one. Anyway,
right.
Next one, Infinity War predictions, the biggest film of the year. I don't care what anyone says. First one, Thanos forces Hulk to turn back into Banner. Does not happen, actually. Thanos does beat Hulk, but actually Banner turns back into Banner from Hulk after getting ported away by Heimdall. After Heimdall dies. There you go. So that's not a point. This one, too, really hurt me. Xandar is shown in Ruin, the planet from the first Guardians of the Galaxy. They should have shown it. I thought they were going to show it, and I think they even talked about showing it, but they never showed it. So that's another.
I don't know what we're talking. Oh, Xand. Oh yeah, with the whole
Nova Corps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought for sure that was like the beginning of the film, like him walking on the desecrated corpses of just all those people.
Yeah, but what's the place where the Collector is? Is that not Xandar?
That is, that's nowhere. It's that big celestial skull, and they go there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a different
No.
place. I should have picked that one. Number 3, Doctor Strange will reverse a character death. Does not do that.
Close.
Oh, Thanos does.
Gives up the ability to do so.
Yep.
Thanos does it. So if you would have changed the name on that, it would have been good.
That's okay, Joe, because I got the best one here, and everyone thought I was nuts, but I am the smart one in the room now. Number 4, Spider-Man will die. Yes, I called it from the trailer. I was like, he's Tony's like, Earth. That's all I cared about.
Yeah, and you know they're gonna play on Tony's whole guilt thing, you know.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's like, man, Spider-Man, they just brought him out. Now they're gonna kill him. Lily is up, and she is ready to make the call on those debatable ones.
Lily, what do you think? Oh, really? You don't care? Okay. She says she can be influenced by doctorates, right, Lillers?
Well, I'm not there, so I can't help.
Exactly, Lily. Okay, vote for me. Anyway, so I'll take those 3 points. Anyway, Joe, you've got some good ones here. This first one, the most emotional character will be Scarlet Witch. She is very emotional. I'll give you that.
Dude.
But I would say Tony Stark, because he has more screen time throughout the entire film, is like yelling at everybody. He's yelling at Doctor Strange. He's crying at the end. He's freaking out with everybody. He's like,
Dude, I don't know. She had the lover of her life die in her arms twice. Twice.
I mean, the first time wasn't in her arms. I mean, she blew him up. It's so great. If you haven't watched this,
She got when she went out to the battlefield and started mopping up with the bad people, huh?
I think that wasn't very emotional though, because she's very in control at that point. She's like, "Can we give you a flex? Should we give that as a flex point?"
We'll give that as a flex point, a possible one. So let me add another column to each one of these. So on the last one in Ragnarok, we're gonna say I'm gonna give you a 2 with a possible 1.
I feel like I just need to look this up just to see if she picked up anyone by the throat. This is really gonna bother me. Ugh. Anyway, let's keep moving on. Thanos' full armor will never be shown. Ironically, it's almost one of the first things shown in the film. He walks up with it and he's just like, I'm here. That's a miss there. This one, Joe. Okay. Ooh. So this is a good question. Well, no, I still think I'll give it to you. So the thing is, the wording: Vision dies and does not get brought back to life. So Vision
Perfect.
explodes, gets brought back to life, but Vision then dies again and doesn't get brought back to life. And you see his corpse basically, more or less, on the ground. I feel like I'm giving that one to you. I feel like that one could go either way, but because who would have guessed?
He dies, it gets brought back, but then he dies again. And
Like dies, like is dead for right now. And people, I know, like people are like Spider-Man's not dead. Yeah, but like right now, where we are at this time when we record this,
what do you mean?
Dead.
They're not gonna find a way, people. I would be worried. He's gone forever. Alternate universe Spider-Man's gonna come into play. Say goodbye to frickin' Tom Holland. Sorry, it's over.
This next one is great. Thor obtains a more powerful weapon than Mjolnir. Does definitely get that. Stormbreaker seems to be ridiculous. Joe, I feel like you were
a dumb name.
Well, that's because Stormbreaker. That's not like the true Stormbreaker, and it's weird and different. But I like it. But also, I hate the whole introduction of Stormbreaker. Freaking. Why can't I think of his name? Peter Dinklage. The midget or the dwarf giants that whole thing threw me so far.
Bilbo, I think.
Very good. Bilbo, classic. All right, Joe, where are we standing right now?
All right. It's getting a little more complex, Jimmy. Let me do a little math here. So I got 3 points for that one, 4 points for Vision dying. I mean, in total, so 4. So I got 4 total on the right? What was the other one? Oh, Scarlet Witch was a possible 1.
Yep.
So 4 points with a possible 1. So I'm going to leave the possibles out of the equation for now, Jimmy. All right?
Okay.
You have another possible 1 on Ragnarok that's sitting out there, an outlier. We're going to come back to those.
So what are we standing at without that?
So Jimmy has 11. You have 11 points total.
And
I have 11 points total.
Yes, this is what I really wanted to have happen.
And we each have a possible 1 that we have to come back to.
Okay, great. This is gonna come down to a freaking debate about like who's the most emotional person in Avengers.
Very opinionated one.
You could say Thanos. Anyway.
You could.
Oh, okay. He does cry. Thanos will cry. It's just every one of these. We do the show again, and just feel like someone's crying.
Dude, I thought for sure Scarlet Witch would be the worst, just because you know Vision's gonna die, right?
Yep. Okay, so here's where it starts to get even trickier, everybody. Last one, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, or Jurassic World 2. My first one, we will see first aid applied to a dinosaur. Yes, we actually do. The dino vet helps out Blue, and Owen helps too. They're like applying stuff.
Okay, but I gotta ask, because they showed it strapped down on the table. Right?
I don't know. I think it was maybe that was it, or they were showing a lot of dinosaurs after like the volcano had erupted and they showed somewhere on a boat. I was thinking like, oh, maybe there'll be like a bunch of dino vets who are like, oh, we gotta patch this one up, it's burned or whatever. So I was like, come on, there's gotta be something, right? Like,
you done good, Jimmy. You done good.
I'll take that. This one, I can't believe I called this. A picture/photo of John Hammond will be shown. Yes, there's a big freaking one in that mansion. When they showed it, I was like, oh, like it makes watching the movie more fun for me because I'm like, aha, I got that one. I'll take it.
That was good, yeah.
This one, hilarious and such an easy. This is low-hanging fruit even for me. Number 3, security negligence will lead to a free dinosaur. One of the main bad guys legitimately goes into the cage with the scariest monster ever and just leaves the door like open, and he's like, I'm gonna go screw with it. I'm like,
I want its tooth.
The tooth fetish. Like,
I mean, are you kidding me? At least reach in through the bars instead of going in with it. You know, then you just lose an arm.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, Jimmy. I argue that one. That wasn't a dinosaur, man. That was a monster. That was a genetically engineered monster.
I was gonna say, well, then that helps bolster my last point. Oh,
they're all.
I don't know if this makes sense then, because I said Dr. Wu for my last one will create a new dinosaur monstrosity, and I said it was going to be crazier than the Indominus Rex, but this is just like a smaller version of it.
Yeah, but it was crazier. Like it like responded to like the laser thing and
I guess
sound and
sure.
And what else? It could like It was on all fours at times. It was what else could it do that was crazy?
It could sneak up on a little girl in a bed. It was like
Yeah.
boogly boogly.
Yeah, yeah. So it had learned everything it knew from horror movies of the 1980s.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah. You got it.
So is that 6 points from that one?
Dude, pretty impressive. 6 points for Jimmy on Jurassic World.
Okay, so this is what I wanted to talk to you about. Joe's predictions here. So this first one, we will see more hybrid dinosaurs revealed. So we get one. Should we just count that?
Oh yeah, I mean, I knew they would show another one.
But they didn't show
at this
multiple.
At this point, we didn't know that, there was an Indominus. What did they call this one?
It's the Indoraptor. Yeah.
At this point, we didn't know that existed or it was coming. We just thought, maybe Velociraptor or something.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to get into semantics and say like there's multiple. It says dinosaurs because we thought there was gonna be multiple. We'll also give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, who cares? This one, another low-hanging fruit, Joe, but that's for Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. You have to. Military/InGen will be the main antagonist/militarized dinos. That is another, like, it is InGen still, but they're like people that are trying to buy them, and they're talking about like, hey, this Ankylosaurus is basically like a living tank, and it's gonna freaking mess people up. Is like, really, you gotta stop trying to militarize. And the fact that they like you said the laser pointer, they're like, you get this thing, you point a laser at it, kills it. And it was like, you know what else does that? A bullet.
Yeah, if you have time to point the laser at it, just shoot it.
Yeah, just like
instead of sending a bullet in, an inexpensive, readily available bullet, I'm gonna send my $40 million Indoraptor in there.
Yeah, so and then you have to transport it, you have to feed it, you have to house it.
The whole idea is absolutely asinine. That's why this story is like just bullshit, and they should quit doing this.
That's because the story they really wanted to make is the story after this one. They're like, we gotta milk it, make another one. We'll put it in between. This one I love. We will see an original dinosaur kill a hybrid. We definitely do see that. It is kind of a series of unfortunate events for the Indoraptor, but there is a shot of a prominent blue standing on top of a dead Indoraptor, with the Indoraptor being skewered by a Triceratops skull, like a skeleton of it. So
yeah, and how did that work though? Did the blue like show up on the roof too?
Yeah, at the end, I think. Yeah, because it was like breaking the glass, and then blue jumped out, and then it was enough weight to like bring it down.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. I got lucky there. Dang.
That whole shot too, where they put the little laser pointer on Chris Pratt, and it was like, oh, is she like gonna shoot him like in the trailers? And people are like, why don't you just point it at the glass ceiling? You don't have to point the gun at your boyfriend and be like, trust me, like so stupid. Last one, the big one, an aquatic animal/terror will be a main feature. I don't know if I can give you that one, Joe. We bookend with the Mosasaur because you said it was something other than the Mosasaur in the video. You're like, I don't want to say it's the Mosasaur. It's not that. It's something else.
What?
Yeah, you said you're like, it's not going to be the Mosasaur that's going to be the main thing.
That's how I said it. The Mosasaur won't be it.
Yeah, you're like, there'll be a new one, and you never know. Maybe the new hybrid's going to be aquatic. I was like, that'd be really cool. I don't think they'll do it, but I was like, that'd be pretty neat.
Yeah, I thought they were going to take it in a total Jaws direction, but
nope, they just bookend it with
it. He was a main feature in the beginning, and at the end they show him riding the wave with the surfers. I mean, he was a feature, but yeah, he wasn't. He was, this is gray area, man. He was a main feature, but he wasn't like number one being the Indoraptor, number two being blue, but then third main feature. Well, it wasn't the Mosasaurus.
The T-Rex.
Right, that's a no for Joe. That's a no.
I'll tell you what. I would have given it to you if they would have just brought out a big, like a motherfucking huge water tank and rolled it out for those people at the auction. And there's like water sloshing out of the side. They're like, for like $100 million, this gigantic creature can be yours. And it's like,
all right. So let's do totals. For Joe or Jimmy, let's do Jimmy first.
Let's do raw totals first before the flex ones come into play.
Yeah, so 6 plus 0 is 6, plus 2 is 8, plus 3 is 11, plus 6 is 17, with a possible 1. Joe, myself, has 3 plus 4, 7 plus 4, 11 plus 2, 13 plus 1 has 14 with a possible 1. I think that means we don't need to go back and debate our 2 possibles. Looks like you take a clean win here, Jimmy, being that you scored one of the bonus predictions.
I'll take it. Wait, the bonus prediction?
Your Jurassic World bonus prediction put you over the top. Broke the tie.
I don't know why Jurassic World was the one that saved me, because I feel like that was kind of a cheap one. But it was still pretty close, you know? It was still really fun. And honestly, even though I am now the trailer master. Feels good. Feels nice.
And look at this. Jimmy had one of these that was a flat 0, meaning Justice League. He didn't score a single point. But you came back. Black Panther and Jurassic World were your majors here.
I should have picked more crying. I should have been like, Blue's gonna cry.
I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah.
But regardless, I don't care so much about it like being like having like a title, because the title's superfluous. Really, it's just a reason to talk about these movies. And I love how close we actually got to each other, because I didn't want it to be like, blowout either way, because it's more fun to be like, oh, they're close. So I feel like even though I like won, I feel like I don't know. I feel like we both win, because this is just fun to do, and like some of this stuff is hilariously on point.
Yeah, I think we should make them funnier, or like here's the prediction with an insane twist after the prediction that's like melded into it.
Yeah,
and just see if grasp at straws and see if it happens, or like instead of just 4, have like 5, and the 5th one just be like, possible or viable but zany.
Yeah.
This was fun. It was kind of cool, and it is cool to like look back on the movies and think of the moments, and kind of analyze them. I don't know, did we talk about this during the show or before? But we really should do a commentary on Jurassic World. It would be a bloodbath.
We've done one, I think, on Jurassic World proper, but we haven't done one on the sequel.
Yeah. We'll do that. We'll get that one off the table sooner or later here.
I would love,
I don't mind the movie, right? I don't mind the movie.
Yeah.
Maybe just because I like seeing dinosaurs, but the whole story of it and the plot is just like, you people are freaking stupid. And the people buying the dinosaurs, maybe it's just because they want to own one. I don't even think they need to capitalize on the whole militarizing thing. Why do they have to put an emphasis on that? I think people would pay millions of dollars for a dinosaur, period.
Yeah. I think you're definitely right. I just don't. Yeah, there's a lot of problems with that movie, especially cloning humans, which is like, that's a whole new level. It's just like, they kind of brush that under the rug, gloss over. It's like, whoa, wait, why do you clone? She's a clone girl? It's like, it's kind of a big deal. But don't worry about it.
All right, commentary done.
We've done it. We've done another Trailer Master. Yeah. Everybody, let us know if you enjoyed this show. I know it's taken a long time to get to this wrap up here. We've just been really busy with stuff. But if you want to see another season of this, just let us know. I'm not sure how we would do it if we would try to do it again, where it's like we start at the beginning of the year and just kind of, go for a couple, like half a year or 3/4 of a year and just be like, that's a chunk, call it a season or whatever. But definitely let us know in the comments below, or you can tweet at us anytime.
Aquaman predictions.
You're not even gonna see it, Joe. Why would I could just be like,
see it. I'm gonna see it. That smell of trash will attract me from miles out.
He's like, please, I want to see it.
Hey, here's the thing. I have to see it. Freaking Jason Momoa's in there, man. I'll have a Guinness in the movie theater.
And so you just have you have like a Jim Beam and just like shatter it on the ground.
Jason Momoa is a notorious Guinness guy. And he also endorses Carhartt, which man after my own heart. I'm telling you, I am going to the movie theater with my Carhartt jacket on and a Guinness in my inside jacket pocket.
I will, one of these days, if I remember, to tweet at him and ask him to be on the podcast. And what I will do is I'll try to line it up so it's a regular podcast night. and then you show up, and I'm like, hey, Joe, we just gotta wait. Oh, here he is, and then like he just pops up his little face, and then on the screen, I'd be like, yeah, Joe, this is our special guest tonight. And you'd be like, oh my god, that'd be incredible. Jason, I know you're watching. That'd be great. Yeah,
my face would just melt off.
Yeah.
I don't know how starstruck I would get, but I would be pretty like jazzed. I do think he's a pretty cool guy. He's just zany and kind of, I don't want to say carefree, but kind of carefree, fun.
Yeah, he has a good time. He has a fun
I
time.
admire qualities like that. So whatever. He's a good actor too, obviously.
Yeah.
But boom. Yeah, bam. All right. Yeah. Moving on.
Yep, we're moving on and we're wrapping this up. Thanks everybody for stopping by. If you want to support us and the show, consider liking this, subscribing to the YouTube channel, or donating to us over on patreon.com/criticalreviews. Lily would definitely appreciate it. Lily, you're not even in the shot, but she's here. I promise you that as we get super blurry. But anyway, Joe, thank you so much for being on this. This has been a heck of a time, pal. I've really enjoyed it.
Until the next one, Jimmy. This has been fun.
Yes, exactly. All right. Well, thanks everybody for stopping by, and just remember to adapt and overcome.